Good day, liberators and fellow South Africans. Something very interesting is currently playing itself out in our High Court challenge of the regulations relating to the surveillance of notifiable medical conditions. You will still remember those are the amendments that came out very late on Wednesday, the 4th of May, which have essentially put us back in a national state of disaster for COVID. Notwithstanding that the NSD relating to COVID-19 has been terminated on the 4th of May, or 4th of April, sorry. And what I want to show you is, or share with you, is that I want you to make up your mind about organizations like Afriforum and Solidarity. And I would like you to listen carefully what I'm going to share with you, what has happened today in our case management meeting. And you can make up your own mind whether that is justifiable or whether Afriforum and Solidarity can be considered as controlled opposition. Now, let me just explain to you that we have lodged our application against the Minister of Health on Friday, the 6th of May already. We wanted our case to be heard on the 24th of May, that was yesterday. And then Afriforum and Solidarity lodged their applications after us, but they have not targeted the real problem with these regulations. We said that these regulations are invalid from its inception. From the moment when it was promulgated, it was null and void because the minister was supposed to utilize a 3-month consultative process in terms of the Health Act of the National Health Act of 2003. Now, what happened was that because Afriforum and Solidarity lodged their cases afterwards, and they were essentially or also challenging the very regulations, the Minister of Health, represented by the State Attorney's Office, came back and said, but they want the matter to proceed before a full court. And the idea was that this full court hearing should have taken place around the 20th of June. But then both Solidarity and Afriforum came out and said, oh, you know what, CABLZAJJ also is anticipating to lodge an application. And we need to wait for them. So we said, no, we can't wait for CABLZAJJ to come on board. This is an urgent application. This needs to be addressed now. We are willing to postpone our hearing that we've enrolled for the 24th of May to a later date, and 20th of June is probably the furthest that we will go. But CABLZAJJ cannot postpone or pull us back. If they want to come on board and lodge an application, they need to address it on their own terms. So what happened was that the acting judge president, Ledwaba, organized a case management meeting for today. That was an hour or two back, which was attended by myself as for Liberty Fighters Network and me in person, and also Stephen Butlender, SC, was the representative or the counsel for the minister. You can remember that Jeff Butlender, SC, was the one who appeared for CABLZAJJ against us in the Supreme Court of Appeal when we've challenged the national state of disaster. But leave it as it may, Stephen Butlender appeared on behalf of the minister, so he's on the government side. Then there was a guy, let me show you on these documents, the following, Dirk Groenewald, Advocate Dirk Groenewald. He appeared for Solidarity, and then we had Advocate Max du Plessis, that was appearing on behalf of the other for another matter. Sorry, I'm just going through all of this, but the fact is, what I want to show you is that very interesting. And then there was a another advocate who stood in for Action SA, who would want to join as an amicus curiae, a friend of the court, in either the Afriforum or the Solidarity case. I'm not sure, but they have not filed any papers. They merely requested permission to be joined or to intervene as an amicus curiae. So what happened was that these attorneys were like, they've ambushed me, that they came up and they've already decided that, oh, the 20th of June is actually during recess of the court. So that would mean that sometime in July, and preferably in the second week in July, would be most preferred to hear this matter before a full court, meaning 3 judges. So then suddenly they all agreed, or it appears as if they have before the time agreed to the timetable, that the hearing will only take place on the 27th of July. So I was the only one amongst all of them who suggested that, to say that this matter was urgent. These regulations should never have been promulgated on the 4th of May. It's null and void. And that is the very point, the most important point about this. They could never have done this. But none of these parties have contested that. So what they did was that they have effectively agreed beforehand to a date on the 27th of July. And listen to this. Remember that the closing date for comments on those very regulations will be on the 5th of August. So that would mean that even if we have the hearing on the 27th of July, that 5, 6, 7, 8 days would pass, 9 days. So the 3 judges are under no obligation to bring out their judgment before the 5th of August. So what will effectively happen, and I can already look into my glass ball that Professor Karim always used, I can already see that on the 5th of August, the minister can withdraw the current set of regulations and put a new legal set of regulations in their place. So the whole challenge of, even if we would have been successful with our argument that these regulations are null and void, from its inception, it cannot be enforced, and we are dead sure that it cannot be enforced. Even if our argument before the court succeeds, it's not going to change anything. The whole matter will become moot at the end of the day. So that would effectively imply that we must now already start to prepare a new matter and a new case to challenge the new health regulations that's going to come anytime from the 5th of August onwards. Thank you, Afriforum, Solidarity, CABLZAJJ, and Action SA. Because the fact that your legal teams have already decided that it's more convenient for them to hear the matter on the 27th of July, that will effectively mean that our people will still have to endure these illegal regulations until the 5th of August, probably with the new health regulations coming on board. People, solidarity is not our friend. Afriforum is not our friend. Those organizations have proved over and over again that they are controlled opposition. They choose their cases that they take on selectively to sidetrack our thoughts and our fight. That is what these organizations are doing. And to be frank, Solidarity is a trade union. What the hell is a trade union doing fighting citizen rights? Shouldn't they look after their employees' rights? But no. And the moment when a trade union starts to advertise that you must join them on YouTube and they pay money for that advertisement, you must know that something is wrong. People, I don't care if we as Liberty Fighters Network will lose support, because we believe that Afriforum and Solidarity are controlled opposition. I don't care. I will never be fake. And I am telling each and every one of you, beware of Afriforum. Beware of Solidarity. Because they are there to divide our people and our nation. They are very quickly to pull out the race card and to fight for the Afrikaner-speaking people. But what they are actually doing is that they are dividing us. They are making us to hate one another. That is what Afriforum and Solidarity are there to do, and they do it successfully. This case should be a pure example of not to trust them. I don't care what's going to happen with this matter of us. We will challenge it as we should, and we will fight until the end. And we will be there on the 5th of August to stand up and attack the new health regulations that's going to come out again. We will keep on doing that, but we want you to draw the line and make up your mind. Are you going to support Solidarity in Afriforum further? And if you do, please delete Liberty Fighters Network if you want to support them in any way. Because Liberty Fighters Network and Afriforum and Solidarity are not on the same page level. People, please subscribe to our channel, share this video if you like it, and please, yes, share this as widely as possible, especially amongst my own Afrikaner people. They need to know this. Thank you very much. Ring the bell and also remember to join as a member. God bless.